Welcome back, my name is Benji and today I want to welcome you to my first Pro Cycling Manager 2020 video. In today's video I'll be starting my Pro Cyclist mode, so let's go ahead towards single player. Let's go for Pro Cyclist, let's tap a real name database and get started. I'll be starting this series with the same very original name, just like last year, my own. When it comes to our specialties, we're gonna go for what you voted on, which is Punch and Northern Classics. I've thought a lot when it comes to the potential. Last year we went for Grand Champion to try and see how good we can make ourselves. This time around I'd like to make it a bit of a challenge for ourselves and I've selected World Class instead. This means that behind the scenes, instead of 8 potential, we will have 7 potential. When it comes to our team, I would like to start at Untitled Chapter. It's quite simple, I don't want to start in Continental Pro and I'd like to start in a Flemish team, so there's only one option left. We have already received our first emails. Your first steps in the professional world are the start of a great adventure. Our team, Untitled Chapter, is delighted to be able to count on you for the coming season. Good luck. Thank you very much, our team. I'm very happy with this. Before we go any further, I'd like to take a look at our stats. We start off with a miserable 66 flat, 68 hills, 69 acceleration, and 64 cobbles as our best stats, which is quite a terrible start, but you have to start from somewhere, and we're going to be starting from the bottom. Just like last year, I would like to set a very far goal ahead. I would like to end this series having won every single one of the monuments. It's going to be very difficult to win Paris-Roubaix. The other 4 should be relatively possible. So, we have our goals, we have our rider, let's get started. Calendar-wise, I can't afford to change too much in this first section because we only have 15 points to do so. I would like to remove one of these first 3 stage races because they genuinely don't really fit my rider type. And I'd like to add Le Samet, so most likely I will get rid of Tour of Colombia, meh. I think the Herald Sun Tour because I genuinely don't care too much about that race. There we go, 12 points and they are spent. Next to those changes I'd also like to add KICKR to our menu here, there we go. And now we spend every single one of our points and our calendar for the first 3 months is ready. We start off quite simply with the Cyanide Cups, which are not the most liked tours because they don't exist in real life. After that, the Tour of Colombia, Antalya, we go towards Le Samet afterwards, a race that should fit us. Then the International Tour of Roads, which is a 3-day race with mostly flat stages. And after that, we go towards Sochi for 4 stages, and we enter Mont in the KICKR, which is also a cobbly/flat sprinting classic in Belgium. When it comes to the second part of the season, I'll dive towards the Volta Limburg Classic, Tour de Loire-et-Cher, also the Rutland Methlon Classic. We've also got La Flèche Ardennaise and the Tour d'Eure-et-Loire. And we finish off with a team objective apparently, the Grote Prijs Marcel Kind. More towards the summer, we've got plenty of racing. We start off with the GP van Koningslo. We have the Tour des Pays de Savoie, Dwars door het Hageland, the Belgian Championships, Sibiu Cycling Tour, GP Torres Vedras, Grand Prix Cerami, and the Tour d'Alsace. The Tour d'Alsace continues into the last few months of the season. We start there in August and the GP Zottegem comes after. We've also got the Grote Prijs Gerens rondom Leuven. Then we have Ljubljana Zagreb apparently, yes, Grand Prix de Wallonie, and finally we've got Berchy-Mébèche to finish off the season. During season 1 we've got 3 main goals, Le Samet, Championnat de Belgique on the road. Then we also have the Grand Prix de Wallonie to finish it off in the last period of the season. That's all we can do on day 1. Let's go towards day 2 and check out our training schedule. If you watched last year, you know that I've got a special plan for this. I always do hard break, hard break, hard break throughout the whole season, so I'll go ahead and do that and I'll see you in a second when it's done. There we go, it's done. We've got a pretty solid season view on the left bottom here. Close towards that 100% throughout the whole season pretty much. We've got a bit of tightness in the middle there and towards the end, but it's not too bad. If I recall correctly, that's everything we need to do when it comes to the preparation in Pro Cyclist mode, so let's go ahead and go towards our first race. There we go, our first race has arrived, the Cyanide Cup 1 in France, 93.6 kilometers, and it looks like the screen has changed. We've got a bit of a different overview when it comes to our team. We can go towards the right here and check out the teams that we are competing with, and another one for the favorites. So it's pretty much similar towards the old version, but a bit of a different setup, I guess. Most likely I'll be a domestique on this one. I've got no issue with that. Technically that's what happens at the start of a career, so that's only realistic. Let's go ahead and do whatever they ask of me. We are in our first race. Our role as a teammate. You're in the service of your leaders. That is perfect. I don't need the tutorials on this one. I don't think much has changed. We gotta work at the head of the group for 15 kilometers. That seems to be doable, so let's go ahead and do that. Elias wants me to do that from the start, so let's get to the front, put ourselves on 75 and get to work. If we open up the overview by tapping space, we can see the amount of kilometers that we have worked. So in a second, we could see a notification that we finished our job. There we go, 100%. I think we can improve even a bit more by going a bit longer. I think there's a maximum of like 133% or something. I could be wrong, so I'll go ahead and work towards like 22 kilometers just to be sure and see if that gives me any extra XP after the race. Let's take a look how much we have to go still. 22 kilometers, that's perfect. I'll stop it here. I'll put myself in the peloton, try and regenerate a bit, and if we're worth something, then I'll try and do something towards the end of the stage, but our domestic job so far is done. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention at the start of the series, we're playing this on extreme difficulty, not on normal. I have played on extreme since 2016 on this channel, so I'm not exactly planning to change it. We're having quite a rough time in this peloton now with 16 kilometers to go, but we are surviving, so I guess that's a positive. On paper, our job for today is done, but I would like to get into the wheel of a sprinter and try and surprise towards the end here. Maybe attack on this little hill, because we are a puncher to begin with, but we don't exactly have the best positioning for that. I need to get a bit more to the front in the group if I want to be worth something though, because at the moment, it is not looking too bright. We're in position 20 or anything like that. The last 6 kilometers, let's try and move up. Oh my, we've got an attack at the front. That is Visconti attacking, and my teammate wants me to chase that, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to do that for my teammate, but it doesn't look like I can even get to the front of the peloton here to actually work, so that's a bit of an issue, I guess. Let's move towards 99 and just finish the stage. We're not going to get a great result here anyway. Our energy gel was not really necessary. We don't need to spend unnecessary energy gels, guys. Come on. Wait a second. We're 4th. 5th. That dude passed us, Shalunov. That's actually pretty solid. Honestly, surprisingly great result to start off with. Our sprint is not exactly our best capability with 60, and to be able to get top 5 on the first Cyanide Cup is something good. Thanks to that result, we get a congratulations, first top 5 in Continental, first top 10 in Continental, and the first race finished in Continental. This gives us 45 points, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get even more in a second here. There we go, we get 22 out of 15 kilometers, which means that because we worked even more, that's why we got exceptional, and that's why we get even more XP. Our 15th race as well is giving us extra experience as well, plus 11% manager satisfaction, and straight to level 2 when it comes to our progression. Yes indeed, we're at level 2. Congratulations, you have just leveled up. We get a skill point, and we can improve our attributes or choose to improve our evolution of potential in the future. The first thing I'm going to do is going to do some stats itself, so progression of attributes, because I do want to get better at the stats that I have. I will be going for puncher, I'm pretty sure. We've got 69 hill on that. We do improve on cobbles as well. Let's go towards Northern Classics and see what that does. I think it's the same. I think it's exactly the same, except for something that we get extra, which is more prologue. So we might as well pick Northern Classics then, because it's the same thing, but even more prologue. So let's select this one, straight to 70 acceleration, 61 sprint, 68 cobble, so plus 4, and we also get 64 mountains, 69 hills, so improving all over, secondaries as well. We can also spend the skill point, and I'm going to spend it quite wisely. I'm going to put it in technique. Why do I do that? We get a healing ability, that's what it's called at least. We can move up through the peloton even if we're blocked getting through riders, so that's perfect for a cobble rider as well. Partially we will be a cobble rider, so we will need that technique for sure. There we go, we've done our first race, our first top 5, and we've had our first level up. I think that's the perfect time to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching this first episode of my Pro Cyclist mode. This will be a very regular series on the channel, so if you want to follow it, then definitely tap that subscribe button. I'm gonna be uploading Pro Cycling Manager pretty much every day the whole year, so I hope you're looking forward to that, because I am for sure. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you liked it, tap that like button. If you didn't tell what's wrong, I'll try and make it better for you next time. And I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.